I'm slowly but surely gaining height, and the views are starting to open up a bit, but I'm a little bit concerned about the state of the path and the snowdrifts. I don't think I'm going to venture much further in this. I might try and get to the top of this hill, have something to eat, and then head back down to the path and get back down to the lower ground. I can see the path from here actually, but it looks like it's pretty much drifted over right across the top here. It follows the tree line down there and it looks the same there, so I could be in for a long walk back. I might actually be better to try and cut over the hill again, but I'm not sure. I certainly don't want to head back up to Meikle Tap and then head down from there. So I think I'll probably get a little bit higher, find a nice little stone like the one I'm sitting on to cook my noodles, and then head back down here, or maybe there's a path somewhere here that takes you down from the top, and then yeah, get back down to the path and start making my way back down to the trees. You know, the snow's not going to be anything like as bad as it is in the trees as it up here. It's, to be honest, not really that bad, but it's nothing to be concerned about. It's just simply going to take me a long time to trek through it. So head up here for a little bit longer, get something to eat, and then make my way back down. Whew. Some views for. That's the high point over there. You'd get some really nice views of the Cairn Gorms from up there, but we ain't getting up there today. There's too much snow on the path, which is a shame, but there'll be other days, there'll be other opportunities. So I decided against having something to eat at the top of the hill. In fact, I just headed straight back down. I'm kind of concerned about the time issue. I've got to get back into town, pick up my wife, and I've probably got about an hour to get to the car. So I want to make good time, get going. So I just headed straight back down to the path. I've just had a bite to eat and just a quick snack bar. I'm just going to hike it out here now. I'm head back down to the trees. And when I get back down to the car, if I've got time, I might put on the Jetboil and get a hot brew going. So I've got some fruit tea bags back in the car. But to be honest, based on where I am at the moment and where I've got to be in a couple hours time I should say, I really need to start making a move. So I'm just going to pack up my stuff and head straight back towards the car. Once I get past over the top of this part of the hill, I should be all right. But I don't want to take any chances time-wise, so I'm going to head back. Unfortunately, I think I left my sunglasses on the top of a rock at the top of that hill. I bought those sunglasses last week. They arrived last week. They were only £10, but I've only worn them once today, and I've left them on the top of a rock. And I'm thinking to myself, will I go back up and get them? You can see they're up there somewhere. I just can't be bothered. Someone else can pick them up. I'll just buy another pair. I know that's pretty lazy, but I just can't be bothered going back up that hill. I might not even be able to find them. I might not even be able to find the rock I was sitting on. Anyway, my hands are getting cold, so I'm going to pick up my stuff and head back towards the car. So, as you can see, that's Meikle Tap up there. I'm not sure if you'll see it on the camera, but there's the mast is up there, and that's the top of Meikle Tap where I was earlier on today. And I came up over that ridge there. So I came out of the woods, straight up over that ridge, and I came down into that kind of area there, and that was the boggy part, and which took a while to get over actually. And then I headed up right up over the top here to Meikle Tap, and then I came down the path, and instead of following the path along here, I cut right over the top there, right over the top of the hill to the higher point where the path is, and that's where I found the snowdrifts. And as far as I could see snowdrifts, and decided that that would be enough for today. It was hard going over that area. It wasn't too bad there. There's not a great deal of snow. It's more muddy over there. But in that dip there, it was quite boggy, quite deep, and it was a mixture of peat bog, ice and snow, and you know, it was quite tricky, and I was all over the place at that point. But no, good day out. A lot easier in the summer. This is obviously the easy route. You take the path all the way. You get up in the camera there. This is a path that would take you all the way along up here, and then if you wanted to continue on to the far end, you would just follow this path, and then if you want to go up to Meikle Tap, then you could just cut along here and right up. So there is a path all the way to the top, but it's much more fun to come over this way through the trees. But I always tend to, when I'm at Hillafair, I always tend to go to Meikle Tap first, and the next time I think what I'll do is if I approach it from this end, I'll just miss out Meikle Tap and head straight for the west end of Hillafair and get straight up for the views. You can actually park at the other end. There is a place, well, it's not really a car park. They don't seem to encourage car parking around here in Dunecht estate, but there is an area that you can park over there just off the Reamoyer Road. And what you have to do is you've got to You've got to walk past Reamoyer. Don't know if it's house or castle, but it's a big house. And you go through their grounds, and then it takes you up to the back end of Hillafair. But it's a good area. There's lots of walking to be done here. Nice place. It's not that far from Aberdeen. You know, if you lived in Aberdeen, you could do this in an evening. You couldn't do the whole thing, but you know, in a summer's evening, I mean, it's It's daylight here till 11 o'clock at night at the midpoint of summer, sometimes even a little bit later. So, you know, you could be up here on a work evening and have a right good workout. So it's a good area to come to, but not an awful lot of people know about it actually. But it's nice. It's nice. It's not spectacular. There's nothing great to look at. There's no great features. It's not like Benihee. As I said before, it's Benihee's poor cousin. But no, it's a good place. Nice place. I've been here quite a few times, and I'll be here in the future as well. Right, we've decided we're not going to bother going up Cairn I today. We're going to have a nice leisurely stroll up to a place called Loch And Cairn, if we can, and see if we can get some nice video shots from there. Close to Loch And Cairn now. It's been quite a trek up here, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's lovely walking up here. It's like walking into some untouched paradise. So, this is Loch And Cairn. It's an absolutely beautiful place, and it's got this real sense of remoteness. Unfortunately, it's really hard to capture what it looks like on video. You know, the loch, from the loch water edge, it just goes straight up to the mountain tops. And I'm just not doing it any justice with my video camera. I guess you're just going to have to come out and see it yourself.